Hi, everyone. Welcome to Smart Money Moves. I'm Brianna, and today we're talking about how the economy directly affects your wallet. You'll learn what causes your expenses to change and how it impacts your daily life. Let's dive in and make sense of your money in today's economy. Have you ever noticed that sometimes your paycheck doesn't stretch as far as it used to, or that groceries suddenly seem more expensive than last month? These changes in your day to day finances are often directly connected to the economy around you. The economy may seem like a distant, abstract concept, but in reality, it affects nearly every aspect of your financial life. Understanding how it works is the first step toward making smarter money decisions. One of the most noticeable ways the economy impacts your wallet is through inflation. Inflation refers to the general increase in prices over time, which reduces the purchasing power of your money. Simply put, if inflation is 3% per year, something that costs $100 today could cost $103 next year. While inflation is normal in a healthy economy, high inflation can make everyday goods like food, gas, and rent more expensive. For example, if your monthly grocery bill was $400 last year, a 5% inflation rate could increase it to $420 this year, even if you buy exactly the same items. Closely tied to inflation are interest rates, which influence the cost of borrowing money. When interest rates are low, loans and mortgages are cheaper, encouraging people to spend and invest. Conversely, high interest rates make borrowing more expensive, which can slow spending. For instance, if you have a mortgage with a variable rate, an increase in interest rates could raise your monthly payments, affecting your disposable income. Even credit cards and car loans are influenced by these rates, making them more or less affordable depending on the economic climate. Wages and employment are another key factor. When the economy is strong, businesses often expand, leading to more jobs and higher wages. On the other hand, economic slowdowns can result in layoffs, reduced hours, or wage stagnation. Your ability to save, invest, or even cover basic expenses directly depends on your income and job stability. For example, if your employer slows hiring due to economic uncertainty, you may face more competition for available jobs or smaller raises than expected. Your consumer behavior also interacts with the economy. When people feel confident about their finances, they tend to spend more, driving demand for goods and services. Conversely, during economic uncertainty, consumers often cut back, which can slow down businesses and, in turn, impact employment and wages. For instance, during a recession, you might notice more people choosing to dine at home rather than going out, which affects restaurants and related industries. Your spending habits, even small choices like buying a coffee or delaying a home renovation, play a role in the larger economic cycle. The global economy also affects your wallet. International trade, currency fluctuations, and geopolitical events can influence the prices of imported goods and energy. For example, a rise in oil prices due to global tensions can increase gas prices locally, impacting your monthly transportation budget. Similarly, supply chain disruptions can make electronics or household items more expensive. Even though these forces are global, their effects trickle down to your personal finances in very tangible ways. Understanding these economic factors helps explain why your expenses may rise or fall seemingly overnight. For instance, if inflation is high but wages aren't increasing at the same pace, your real purchasing power decreases. If interest rates rise while you have a variable rate loan, your payments increase. Even seemingly small changes, like a shift in consumer confidence, can impact your ability to save or invest. Rising living costs are another important consideration. Housing, utilities, and healthcare often make up the largest portion of your monthly budget. When these costs increase faster than wages, it squeezes your finances. For example, if rent increases by 6% in a year while your salary only grows by 2%, you're effectively losing financial ground. Understanding these trends allows you to anticipate challenges and adjust your spending accordingly. Finally, being aware of economic trends gives you a better sense of timing. For instance, buying a home or car when interest rates are low can save you thousands over the long term. Similarly, saving and investing during a downturn can position you for growth when the economy recovers. The economy may feel like an abstract, distant force, but its impact is personal, immediate, and highly relevant to your wallet. By recognizing how inflation, interest rates, wages, consumer behavior, global events, and rising living costs influence your finances, you're already taking the first step toward financial awareness. In the next chapter, we'll explore practical strategies to respond to these changes, keep your wallet protected, and even turn economic challenges into opportunities. Now that you understand how the economy affects your wallet, the next question is, how can you respond effectively? The good news is that there are several strategies to protect your finances, increase your income, and plan for the future, regardless of the economic climate. A strong foundation starts with saving and building an emergency fund. An emergency fund acts as a financial cushion during unexpected events like job loss, medical expenses, or sudden home repairs. Financial experts typically recommend saving 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. For instance, if your monthly expenses are $3,000, aim to save at least $9,000 to $18,000. This fund gives you peace of mind and prevents you from taking high interest loans during tough economic times. Next, budgeting is critical. Tracking your income and expenses allows you to prioritize essential spending and cut unnecessary costs. Start by listing all your fixed expenses, such as rent, utilities, and insurance, then add variable costs like groceries, transportation, and entertainment. Once you know where your money is going, you can make informed decisions about where to cut back or adjust. For example, if rising grocery costs are straining your budget, meal planning or buying in bulk can help control expenses. Investing for the long term is another essential smart money move. While saving protects your short term finances, investing helps your money grow over time, potentially outpacing inflation. Consider a diversified approach that includes stocks, bonds, or retirement accounts like 401ks or IRAs. For example, historically, the S&P 500 has averaged around 7% annual growth after inflation. Starting early, even with small amounts, allows the power of compounding to work in your favor. Managing debt wisely is equally important. High interest debt, like credit card balances, can quickly erode your financial stability. Focus on paying off these debts first while making minimum payments on lower interest loans. During times of rising interest rates, refinancing or consolidating loans may also help reduce your monthly payments and free up cash for savings or investments. Increasing your income is another strategy for adapting to economic changes. This can be through negotiating raises, taking on side gigs, or developing skills that make you more marketable. For example, if inflation is outpacing your wage growth, finding additional income streams ensures that your standard of living doesn't decline. Even small, consistent increases in income can have a significant impact over time. Smart spending is also critical during economic fluctuations. Focus on value rather than price alone. For example, buying quality items that last longer may be more cost effective than constantly replacing cheaper alternatives. Similarly, delaying non essential purchases during economic uncertainty can preserve cash flow and reduce financial stress. Monitoring global economic trends helps you make proactive decisions. For instance, understanding that oil prices are rising or that trade disruptions may impact the cost of electronics allows you to adjust your spending and investments. Staying informed through reliable financial news sources ensures that you are prepared rather than reacting after the fact. Finally, long term financial planning ties all these strategies together. Set clear goals for retirement, home ownership, and major life events. Use a combination of budgeting, saving, and investing to work toward these goals, adjusting as needed when the economy shifts. For example, if a market downturn affects your investments, maintaining a long term perspective and continuing regular contributions can help you recover over time. In addition, cultivating a mindset of financial flexibility is key. Economic conditions will inevitably change, and those who adapt quickly are better positioned for stability and growth. Simple habits like regularly reviewing your budget, maintaining an emergency fund, and investing consistently create resilience against economic uncertainty. By combining careful budgeting, emergency savings, smart investing, debt management, income growth, and long term planning, you can respond effectively to changes in the economy. These steps ensure that your wallet is not only protected, but also positioned to take advantage of opportunities, even during challenging times. Remember, understanding the economy is the first step, but taking action is what truly strengthens your financial future. With these strategies, you're no longer just reacting to economic forces, you're proactively managing your money. Whether it's inflation, interest rate changes, wage fluctuations, or global events, you can make choices that safeguard your lifestyle, grow your wealth, and keep your finances on track for the long term. Smart money moves today set the stage for financial freedom tomorrow.